name is Jennifer McCready. I go by Jenn usually. I was in the Navy for 13 and a half years. I guess I was a IT-1 McCready, surface warfare.
Okay, so were you drafted or were you enlisted?
Definitely enlisted because females can't be drafted and there's no draft right now.
Why did you join?
To get away from a messed up situation and to travel.
Why did you pick the Navy?
Because you get to like see different places. And I did talk to an Army recruiter, but he was showing me pictures of their bases and their barracks, and I was kind of, ew. So I said no. And the Navy recruiter was real cool. I would never go Marines.
How old were you?
18.
About some of like your boot camp experiences and like your training experiences.
Well, boot camp, I froze my you-know-what off. I'm from Arizona, so showed up in shorts and tank top. Not a good idea. The end of October, going to like Great Lakes, Illinois. A whole lot of nope. It was cold, and we did a lot of stuff, and I sang cadence. Yeah.
How did you get through it?
Messed around. Just you got to make fun of everything. You have to sense of humor, or else you're not gonna get through life.
Yes. What type of work did you do when you were in the service?
I was at IT. Y'all should know what that stands for. But I did like computer networking, network security. I dealt with crypto a lot, satellite communications. We set up circuits and just a lot of, top secret squirrel stuff.
What did they teach you in the service?
A lot. I mean, honestly, being in humbled me. Because especially like seeing different countries, you don't know how good you have it. And it also made me curse the lots. I still do. I try not to, especially on my kids, but And it just like, I'm more organized, and you realize what are the important things in life. Yeah.
Where did you serve?
On ships, inshore. I mean, it's the Navy, so from the ships were home ported mostly in Virginia. I was in Maine for a little while too, but we deployed, all in the Middle East and stuff like that.
Or did you serve during the war?
Technically, yes. Like the War on Terror, Iraqi Freedom. I don't remember the name of them all. They had like 10 of them. I'm exaggerating, but yeah. All the ones since 9/11, so.
Yeah. Did you see combat?
I mean, I wasn't boots on ground. Like, Navy. There was like small boat operations, anti-piracy stuff. Yeah, stuff I can't talk about really.
Yeah. How did you get promoted?
We take tests in the Navy. But what they do is you get evaluations. So it's like you have a 6-month evaluation, which really doesn't count towards your test. It just tells you how you're doing, strengths, weaknesses, and then you got your periodic eval. And that goes towards your score for the test, and then you got a test, and it's, good fun.
What was the highest rank you achieved?
E6, Petty Officer First Class.
How did you stay in touch with your family?
Since I worked in communications, I had access to it all times. I mean, I'm also lucky because I did do it in the modern age. So, sure, we still had like normal snail mail, but I was able to email all the time, even when the rest of the ship couldn't, because I'm cool like that. I had access to a telephone. So I was very lucky. Like, I don't know how people did it before. I would have gone crazy.
How was the food?
So, whenever I was on shore, I always made, like, this promise to myself that I would not eat Navy food at all. Because it's nasty. They like to try to say, oh, it's so good. No. They burn stuff. Steaks turn into hockey pucks. Like, even pizza is like, ugh. Like, usually when you go underway, like on the ships or even like on shore when you first get there and you can't get outside food, like, people have the bubble guts. I know this is nasty, but like, it's bad.
Did you feel pressure or stress?
Duh. Like, there was a lot. Between that and, you know, just worrying about family, like, 'cause after having kids especially, like, I don't know, just knowing that what you do on a day-to-day can affect someone's life, you know? We trained for a lot of stuff, and yeah. Next.
Was there something special you did for good luck?
For good luck? Not really. I mean, we always, like, when we were about to come home, we always smoke a cigar. So, I mean, I guess that, whatever, next.
How do people entertain themselves?
When you have downtime, because there's some days that you don't sleep for days on end. Well, it depends on your job. I mean, you just hang out with people. I smoked cigarettes a lot because you get the best gossip on the smoke deck. And just like outlandish stuff. Watched movies. They had some programs. You know, they would have like games we could play or like contests. Kind of like weird stuff like high school, if you think about it.
Yeah.
But I mean, sometimes we got like people flown out and, you know, through the USO, they did concerts and stuff.
Yeah. What did you do when on leave?
When on leave, I tried to sleep as much as possible because you don't get much sleep. You know, I just went back to Arizona a few times. Once I had kids, kids make you go broke. So I would honestly just stay home and hang out, play some video games, read some comics, kind of geek. So,
Did you keep a personal diary?
no. Honestly, like, because when I first joined, MySpace was a thing. I mean, I didn't even upload that much to that because it wasn't really smartphones like we have now. I mean, I guess the closest thing to a diary would be once Facebook became popular.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't update it a lot, but yeah.
Do you recall the day your service ended?
Yeah. Kind of recent. April 29th, 2017. Just came off of baby leave. I just had my youngest son.
Where were you?
I was stationed out in Norfolk, Virginia. But, well, I still own the house in Chesapeake. I had a house built while I was active duty.
What did you do in the days and weekends afterwards?
I honestly didn't know what to do with myself. It was because it was such a big part of my life for so long. And I wanted to do, you know, my full 20 plus years. I wanted to become an officer because I did some college while I was in. And it just kind of felt like it came crumbling down. Like, I was like, what am I going to do with my life? I had all these plans, and now, you know? Like, it's just, I'm still trying to figure it out. I'm 34. Don't let people tell you need to have life figured out now. No. You still got to kill it any time. I don't even have my life figured out completely. So,
Did you work or go to school?
well, like I said, I did a lot of college while I was in. I'm only 10 classes away from my bachelor's. But once everything started to go down and, the whole PTSD symptoms started coming, because it comes on when, like, a lot of people who have this will tell you, like, when you're in the middle of stuff, it's when things start to calm down and all that.
Well, let's say, did you join any veteran organizations?
It's funny because I was going to, and my new neighbor, she wants me to. My old landlord wants me to. It's just like, I feel really awkward around people. And I know I'm a lot younger, and the fact that I'm female, it's just like, yeah. It feels weird to me. And I feel like I don't like being the center of attention,
Yeah.
So.
Did you attend reunions?
Haven't had any.
What did you go on to do as a career after the war?
Well, I mean, I just recently got out. In the end of September, I started a job at Hamilton. I figured that would be, a good company to go for since I have all the experience in communications and IT and stuff. And I wanted to make sure I was close to home.
Yeah.
Just because I don't want to be stuck in 2 hours traffic every day like I was towards the end. I like being, able to attend to my family because my babies come first.
Did your military experience influence your thinking about the war or about the military in general?
Definitely. Well, I mean, people know it, but don't trust the media. They don't tell you a lot. And things aren't completely the way that they are, like that they portray. Like I said before, it just humbles you. And the military, for a lot of people, it turns out to just be a job. Because it's just the way it is. There are, the select few that do what they think, oh, I'm super G.I. Joe type stuff. But, I mean, there's good people and bad people everywhere you go. It's, a lot of people are all like, oh, all veterans are great now. I've met, like, both ends of the spectrum. So, I guess that covers it.
Yeah. Is there anything else you would like to add that we haven't covered?
I had a lot of good times. A lot of messed up things. I have, like, looking back though, you tend to forget some of the boring, stressful, all that, and it's nice to focus on the fun times. And I have some people that are like family to me. I mean, it stinks that we would get separated because of the military, but I know my life wouldn't be how it is now. Sure, I would like to change some things, but I would have never met my boyfriends. I wouldn't have my children that I have now. Everything would be different. So I think that's it.
Okay.